This is it's central. Can't see the corner here, but it's fine.
It's a corner. We know we're hiding in some corner. We want to discuss a few things. Welcome.
Thank you.
And Rogers Ocheng, right?
Yes.
And the mom is Unia. You say you are Mrs.
Unia.
Mrs. Muse. Mrs. Muse Unia or Ondiba. Not Ocheng. These names are really.
Ocheng is my father's name.
Father's name.
Yes.
My
Father-in-law. You can't even mention it, right?
So I'm not his mistress. Mistress to the son.
That's wonderful. It's good to learn that because yesterday we were talking about traditions. Pastor mentioned about traditions here, and he was telling us to come out of Haran. You remember that?
Yes, I do.
Come out of Haran. That's one of the things that we have been looking at. Just a recap is that in our Christian home and married week, we are looking at several issues, cross-cutting our families. That's from the old generation, middle age, to the young ones, even the children. And very soon we shall have somebody on our show from the singles department to also be able to talk about their challenges. So today is an interesting day that we have. As I've talked about yesterday we were talking about crisis, remember? Crisis.
Yes.
You said something here after the presentation of the pastor that you were touched when he mentioned that a husband is the what of the family?
Represents God in the family.
Right?
True.
You concur?
I do.
All right. He does not mind. Yeah? He's the representative of God. That's very, very nice. We saw that yesterday, and we also looked at crisis. Sarai yesterday, how she was a crisis in the family of Abraham, And later God changed the crisis into blessings. So God is the God that we worship, is a wonderful God, And I also remember when Pastor talked about the brother who was ready to inherit his house, his wife, and the children, but he was worried about the children because all were girls. And he refused to share the same vehicle with the funeral because he was worried that they can die and nobody will inherit.
Who was to be the inheritor?
The inheritor. Remember the story in the Bible? Jesus also asked by people about the same question of inheritance up to the seventh brother. That when we go to heaven, who will be now the husband of that woman? So those are some of the things that we are told to do out of Haran in relationships, bad relationships, traditions. And also I learned about something about the woman. And I learned that everything, even if you do what, there's a man at the end. Woman, women, female, human, mankind. Man is always there, right? So, elder, now I'm addressing you as a husband, right? And I'm addressing her as a woman, and man, right? Not elder, because you are husband and wife. Now, maybe you can just share one of the challenges that you went through when you got married up to this time that you think is the major one, and maybe you can try to explain how you went around it, how you sorted it out.
Okay. Probably, if I can recall, one of the challenges, and I think I can relate to what Pastor said, yes, that most of the challenges actually come from without.
From without.
And I know when we were married and we were new, one of the challenge we had was, challenges from from my family. She had just come in,
yes,
and of course there are all sorts of challenges from in-laws and from parents, and so that was one of the greatest challenge. And
the real challenge, because in-laws can be challenging. Because we are also an in-law to somebody, he's also an in-law to somebody. Yeah.
The challenge, of course, as Pastor said, we will also withhold some details, but generally that was the major challenge in terms of, the idea here is, before she came, I was living with my brothers and sisters. So now when she comes in, they feel like I'm not doing enough for them, because probably it's because she has come in and that she can, she's the one who's now deciding what they should be given, and so that caused friction initially. And the way we went through it is, of course, when I look back, if I had sided with them, then she would have been alienated. And so one of the things we've done is, in our family, is that we have kind of built a hedge around us that we are not going to be, if we do not have a challenge, it shouldn't really worry us so much. We should, now we deal with them as a group. So it is us against them.
Maybe Madam can say something.
Yeah, maybe she can add if she.
You find it now that you are in a new place, you expect to laugh. Now you are with the musée there, and you got people in the house. They expect you to wash their clothes, and men in the house, you have to cook for them, wash their clothes, and do everything. Price their shoes. How did you find it?
Okay, to me, washing or doing all those, it was not an issue, because I had been doing it in my home.
Oh, for many people.
Yeah, so washing for my in-laws, cooking together, it wasn't a real issue, because it is part of what I've been doing, and I related, in any case, for them to feel that somebody better has come. So that was not an issue, but the real issue, as he has said, was about now physically being together, because I do remember a week after marriage, and then Dad was suggesting, the parents were suggesting that I don't come to Nairobi, I have to stay in
with them.
and then he has to come to Nairobi, and in case of anything, then he has to come and say hi to us.
As a visitor again.
Yeah. I can say that was the real challenge, because look, this is just a week after marriage.
I think this is one of the things, the traditions, right?
And they were serious, by the way. It was conscientious that now we've decided the two of you cannot go, or one has to remain, and automatically this woman who has to remain, Roger has to go. And I was asked, what are you supposed to do?
How did you go about it? What happened?
What happened is Roger stood for me.
Okay.
Because
he stood.
By the way, I did not for him.
Yeah, very seriously.
Yes, he did. He did, because the parents were very sure he could not do it, because Mama was happy. Hakuna kitu nasambia Roger fanye. Because he's been obedient boy.
Okay, they had a lot of confidence in him.
And they were very confident. They were very confident. He cannot do that. So my decision was not an issue, because they know Roger was going to side with them. But unfortunately, now when we had started that home Kampunchi, and then they've given everything, so they asked him as a way of kissing, and then I said, to me, I have to go to him.
You mean it was a big meeting? You sat like a whole Kampunchi to just decide who's going to
No,
run
it
the
was
wife?
just telling us now what has been the conclusion of the matter.
Yes.
Now that tomorrow it is going to Nairobi, this is what has to happen. It is one who has to go, and one has to automatically remain. So having said that, to me, I was asked my opinion, which to me I felt that it was just the sake of asking. That I said, I have no option. Mine is to go to Rogers.
Nairobi.
And then Roger was now asked to make the verdict, because this is what the parents have.
As a judge.
And then he said, not now.
Okay.
Yeah, that one cannot happen now.
Now, you need each other more than...
Now, for now, we are going, and she's not rebelling. And with that, and he said with finality. So that one settled everything. We had to go, though the parents were not happy, because they felt, So this guy
He has
just
already,
come and
already
preach the
controlling,
man.
already controlling him. First day.
But he withstood the witcher in it, that I have controlled the head, but he withstood, and that's how we climbed.
How, as we've summarized, how do you feel now that she started controlling you first day? And does she continue controlling you? We stopped?
This thing you don't know. I mean, if I'm controlled, I don't know. But
I don't know. Even them, I don't know.
yeah, but I think that's throughout our marriage. I think one thing that I've realized that is important is for me to be on her side, because she is the stranger in my in our family.
Yes.
And that has really been something that is strong, because when there are attacks from family members, but she knows that I'm in his side, that solves many problems. Yeah, so
Standing for her.
yes,
In the real thing, right?
yes. In any case, she's stood with me since we were in college. She used to give me fare home. Men, by the end of the semester, we have finished.
You started sponsoring.
Yeah, so it's now my turn
But
to.
pay back, right?
By the way, you've reminded me. I've not paid. I don't know the interest, but
Take
I
her
should.
to
I should.
Watamu, wherever, down there, South Coast.
Yeah, but you see, these people, once they have given you the money, whatever you do, you will have to refund.
Whether you like it or not.
Yes. I think I'll make arrangements to get a facility from the bank to do that.
To do that.
Yes.
That's a pledge.
Yes.
That's a pledge. We got that? Yes, and we are witnesses. We are witnesses. When you go there, take photographs and send to us. Put on the wall so that we can witness.
Yes.
I think that's good, and it's a good experience. Today we are discussing about when you have a wrong person in the family. Maybe you are the wrong person in the family because they depended on you and you didn't do the way they wanted. But I don't know. Let's see what Pastor has for us. When you are a wrong person in the family. As a sign of commitment, I want you to hug your wife as a sign of commitment.
My father might be watching.
No, those people, they don't know how to click on WhatsApp. They don't know what WhatsApp is.
They know. Anyway.
If you refused and went with the wife to Nairobi, they knew what you were going to do with her in Nairobi. They knew why you wanted to go with her to Nairobi. So what's about
Moses, as we come from the village, and some of these things.
Yes, that's what Pastor talked about yesterday, right? Yes.
Okay, then let me try. But
I've seen elders and other people hugging these young ladies in church all the time out there. I saw Pastor, I preached here, he was hugging the people who came in front, who gave them their lives here in the pulpit.
Those are born town.
That's interesting.
Let me interject. Before that, you are putting us to temptation.
Temptations.
But I'm sure we'll overcome it because,
overcome.
Even our wedding, we didn't have to kiss in front of the people. We didn't have to do that.
Yeah, because you are just from the village that time.
Not really. Not really, because time and decision for everything.
And now you are used to each other, right?
And the place where.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
So some things are preserved.
Pastor come.
Yeah.
As they walk out, let me see what they normally do. How they will do it.
Okay.
These people from
Good.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. God bless you.